Hello and welcome to the Triple Crown Puroresu Podcast. I am your host, Lewis Carlin. We are here for BodySlamNet. Thank you so much for joining me today. Very excited. We are waiting for Vinny Pacifico to sign on. He's not here quite yet, but Vinny Pacifico will be joining us live very shortly to discuss. So I got the earphones in. He's going to be discussing his upcoming debut in Japan. Just waiting for Vinny Pacifico to sign on here. But a lot of things. Oh, look who we got. We got Vinny Pacifico is backstage. So let's bring on live Vinny Pacifico.
Hey, good morning.
Hey,
how you doing?
Hey, how you doing today, Vinny? How's everything?
Very good. Just got up, made some breakfast, and I'm getting ready to start the day.
Hey, you got the New York accent just like I do. I'm very, very, very happy to hear that. There you go. There you go, man. So, so you just got up, man. So I have to ask you this question before we start, man. Where in the hell did you find those chocolate frosted donut Kit Kats, man? I saw that, and I'm jealous as hell, man.
So this is deli by my house with the gas station, and it has everything that's new right there. So they have these Skittle cotton candy, Starburst cotton candy, and that's what the donut. And I'm like, this is insane. I've never even heard of them. I didn't try it yet.
Okay.
But I'm planning on it when I have a cheat day.
Yeah, you gotta let me. What's the cinnamon toast? Sausage toast crunch sausage. Is that real or is that fake?
That's real. I
real.
was not one who. Someone posted that, and I shared it. I didn't see that myself, but I would not be opposed to trying that.
Okay, that looks interesting. I'd rather have the Kit Kat than the sausage, man.
Yeah. Me too. Definitely me too.
All right, so let's get into it, man. So you got your Japan debut coming up. So let's talk about that. How did that all come about, and which promotion, if I may ask, will you be competing in when you hit Japan?
So this is a company ran by Takumi Chinoku, Just Tap Out.
Okay.
This came about after I debuted for New Japan. I reached out to them. I sent them my stuff, and they were interested. They're running a huge tournament extravaganza down in Japan, and very excited for it. Cheeseburgers helped me kind of in a way get that because he's Cheeseburger is somebody who's mentored me and trained me also, and he's very good very good with a lot of people out in Japan. So he's assisted with that as well.
All right, man. So that's cool. So how long are you going to be in Japan for?
4.5 days.
4.5 days. Oh, that's great.
It's a quick trip. A couple matches. I'm just excited to be there. Excited to learn. I'm going to try my best to get as much training in as possible as well, other than the shows. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. My whole family's telling me they're so excited to see me go there, and they're so excited to hear about it. And I just came to wrestle. I came to wrestle and be in that culture and just enjoy myself. I'm just gonna go and enjoy myself.
Well, that's what you and win a couple of matches too, man. So how many shows are you gonna be on? Is it 4 shows or how many shows?
There, I don't know yet.
Okay.
They said be here this time and we'll go from there. I assume it's more than one show. Probably it is more than one show, but they didn't give me a specific number, but I know I'll be doing more than one match.
All right, is anybody in JTO that you're hoping to face? I know you against Renayabi will be a great match. I
literally have no idea who will be in this. It's a tournament. It's a major tournament, and they're doing that's the first show I'm doing. So I have no idea who's going to be in the tournament. It's very unknown right now, for me at least.
Okay, so it's like a mystery tournament. So yeah, I didn't know it was a tournament. So if you win the tournament, you get a shot at a title or something, or
title. There's a beautiful title out there that you win, and that's my goal coming for that. I didn't think this year's been a crazy year for me, and to end it in Japan is just so full circle for me. This year alone has been monumental for me, and I'm so blessed that all this has happened. But I didn't think to finish it in Japan is just special because it's been a dream of mine to go there forever. And I also had the opportunity to work for New Japan in America, which was also a huge goal of mine. And so to have these two goals happen in the same year is just such a blessing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about the August show a little later. I have a few questions about that.
Sweet.
But going to Japan, what are your thoughts on Taka Michinoku? What are your thoughts on him?
Legend.
Yeah.
Absolute legend. Deserves more credit, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, he's a terrific talent, man. And I know he's got connection with New Japan. Are you gonna say, "Hey, Taka, get me onto a Corkin Hall show"?
I'm going to try to impress at the best of my abilities, on all fronts, and do the best I can, and hopefully, an opportunity arises.
Okay, and I meant to ask you before I started. You actually looks like you had a rough match last night. You showed the picture of your back was all scratched up. Tell me a little bit about that match last night.
It was rough. It was
Yeah.
definitely a battle. It was a lot of moving parts that match had. So it was in PA. The guy tight rope the top rope.
Okay.
Super kicked me off the top rope to the floor. I don't know how this thing happened on my back. That might have been that. But that was just a wild one. And backstage was really funny. Or like one of the fans were doing pictures with fans and stuff. A little kid comes in the CM Punk costume. It was hilarious. I had to get a picture with that. That was so funny.
Yeah, I saw that. That was my next question. I was going to say, you got to meet CM Punk last night.
And all the wrestlers were like, oh my, because they do like meet and greets before the show.
Yeah.
It was so cute. It was so funny. It was like, wow, oh my God, this is hilarious. But that was definitely a really fun match. I had a mascot in a G Fuel costume pop up and help me halfway mid the match, and I still lost.
Oh, sorry, man. Did you drink enough G Fuel last night, or maybe you didn't
Not
have
enough. Not enough, and my opponent stole some from me. So.
Oh man.
Yeah, he got
That's
the
not
advantage.
good.
I know.
That's not good. No one's allowed to steal your G Fuel.
It's not. People are trying to do it, and it's been working. So I mean, listen. What do you want from me? It works.
You got to bring one of those chocolate frosted donut Kit Kats as a backup, just in case you.
Oh my God! Pull that right out. I'm telling you, Lewis, sounds incredible. I'm going to try that on a cheat day. I can't imagine because I know Kit Kat. Their flavors are very close to every flavor they combine with.
Yeah.
They have like a Fruity Pebble one. Tastes insane.
Okay, so you have cheat days. So I guess you have cheat days that you, because every day's a cheat day for me. But
I wish. Yeah, no, I do have cheat days. I try to keep them very low.
Okay.
I do like to splurge a little bit. I love food. I love cake. I love that stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Big time.
Me too, man. Me too. Did you mention the date? What are the dates for your Japan debut?
I fly out Christmas Eve, and I'm there until 29th.
Okay, awesome, man. Awesome. So that's going to be so what does it mean for you to make your debut in Japan? It must mean a lot to you, man.
It means the world to me because I'm a huge fan of Bryan Danielson ever since I'm a kid, and to follow his footsteps and do something he's done and be somewhere he's been is just a really awesome thing. And again, I love the culture. I love everything about Japan. Even the food too. I'm gonna enjoy that as well. No, I'm so excited for this. This is such a beautiful opportunity, and I'm gonna come out there, swing it. I'm gonna do my best. I'm going to have G Fuel, guaranteed.
Okay.
And I will fuel myself to win the championship. Okay. And I'm very excited. I'm very lucky.
All right, man. That was my last question. Actually, I was going to ask you if you're bringing any G Fuel with you. So, but yeah. So you're going to bring like a whole case with you. How much are you going to be able to get that over the border? Are you going to be able to bring that to Japan?
They're shipping it there for me.
Okay, there you go.
Yep.
So that takes care of that, man.
You got some perks, right? Yeah, some perks with a sponsorship deal.
Yeah. How did you get that sponsorship deal? I was curious about that.
That's a great question. So for the last year, I've been having this. So, okay, this is long story short-ish. Okay. Driving the car, I got a call from EC3. Calls me, Vinny, I have an idea for you. Cause at the time, two and a half years ago, I didn't have much of a character. I was just a good wrestler, young baby face, whatever, underdog. And he's like, dude, you need a hook. Like, you need something that stands you out or something that. He also said to me, you have the it factor, but I don't know what it is yet. I need to find it. I need to see. We need to keep working together. So we would do shows together, whatever show I'm on, if I saw him at shows, whatever, we would just talk and whatever and spit ideas. And he called me one day. He goes, dude, you're literally always energetic. You are hyper. You drink energy drinks constantly. Why the hell would you not use that in wrestling? No one's doing it right now, and it's literally who you are. It's not a gimmick. It's who I am.
Yeah.
So I said, oh my gosh, let's try this. Started the character. It got over extremely well. It's called Power Punch. You know, feel the punch with the drink, and then throw the Superman punch, Power Punch.
Yeah.
And it got really over really fast. And I was supposed to be the villain, and I still got over really fast. So it was just snowballing into these opportunities of really good matches, really good promos that I would do. So I started doing these promos where I would, there's skits, backstage little skits where I offer an energy drink to somebody, or just small little character skits that really got over really fast too. And it just snowballed, using the entrance with the energy drinks in the matches and then promos, and just constantly evolving this character into something that it became an empire. So earlier this year, I was in Oregon. I had a match with Chris Brady. I was not sponsored by anybody at the time. Yeah. So I wrestle him. At the end of the match, I grab an energy drink, pop it, drink it, and have a whole comeback on the guy. That spot went viral, social media. Okay. 3 days later, that week, I'm driving in the car with Cheeseburger, on the phone with Cheeseburger, getting gas. I get an email from Bang Energy with the contract. And I'm like, no, I didn't believe it. Phone back down, back to driving again, whatever. And then I go to Walgreens. I'm in Walgreens shopping, and I say, you know what? Let me look at the email again. I on the bottom, I did see a signature, and I did see a logo and a phone number. So I'm like, this could be maybe real, Maybe it's just this character has been something that I've been working on so long, and I've been building this empire of energy drink stuff. You know what I mean? So I checked it out again. I responded to the email. They sent me a full contract with like 30, 40 pages. And I'm like, this is real. Yeah. Signed the contract with Bang Energy, and went from there. And that was a huge thing for me in terms of my name growth, in terms of my validation. It's like, wow, you really had a character you worked on for like 8 months, and it just blew up to the point where Bang Energy, one of the biggest companies in the world, signed me to a deal. So later this year, sadly that came to an end because Bang had a lawsuit. They just couldn't have they didn't do anything else with any other athletes. So I went from there. 3 days later, G Fuel signed me immediately, which I was beyond thrilled, happy. Because G Fuel is a great brand. So I was like, let's do it, And also, I didn't want to go from being sponsored to not sponsored. So I'm very also lucky that came in clutch, at the moment. So yeah, and then G Fuel's been doing so much with me. I got to do a commercial with them. I'm still doing more things with them. They love my content that I've been putting out, my promos, my in-ring stuff. I wrestled for New Japan, and I used the energy drink in the match with New Japan, and they absolutely loved it. They shared it, they posted it, they were commenting on it, G Fuel. They were so happy that I did that with them. And for them to see that within the first 3 weeks of having me on their roster, to go on a pay-per-view and use their drink and like have the camera zoom in on it and have a whole comeback based off my energy drink, G Fuel was very happy, and that was what really started like the flow of everything. Snowball effect.
Yeah, I saw that match. That was a great spot there when you drank the energy drink. Now let's go back to that. Actually, that was New Japan Pro Wrestling All-Star Junior Festival in the USA. So tell me about the experience wrestling under the New Japan Pro Wrestling banner.
Words can't describe. The locker room, amazing people. Rocky Romero is somebody who I love. He's a great guy. He's one of the hardest workers in any room he's in. And might I add, he looks phenomenal right now. He got in some great shape real quick. It's great to see. But no, I love being a part of New Japan that day. I was a sponge. I was hanging out with Tiger Hattori. And it was just like, he was great to be around, and Cheeseburger was there, which is really cool because my trainer, for him to see me debut at New Japan was really nice. Was a really nice moment for me. And for that whole spot to happen and that whole match to go as well as it really did, I was very lucky. And I was very, I felt the hard work pay off, I felt all my all my dedication, all my hard work, the dieting, everything I've been doing just pay off in that match. And I came backstage and I sat down and I was like, this is it. It feels, I felt a moment of relief. Like, wow, like when you work hard and you finally see your fruits manifest into what you're working for, it's just a beautiful thing. And it was the best day of my life.
Yeah, hard work pays off, man. And then you're proof of that, man. So was it Rocky Romero that got you that spot?
So he's somebody who pushed for me. We had a match a couple of years back. The match was really good. We're hanging out. It was like, Vinny, you're really, really good. I was very impressed with you. I'm gonna see what I could do, with New Japan. And so later on, like, he's pushing for me, and that is how it came to fruition. And right place, right time as well, of course. And just finding a spot with New Japan, that's the thing. But Rocky is somebody who believes in me, has believed in me, and I'm just so lucky to have him in my life as somebody who I could go to for advice, guidance, whenever. Because I'm telling you, I've had matches with people. Wrestling him, bar none, he's phenomenal. He is phenomenal. He could have any match, any style of match. He's just just top to bottom, phenomenal wrestler. If you haven't seen it, IWTV Pro Wrestling Magic, May of last year, it was just the match. Just wrestling him was just, you can't put into words how good he really is.
Yeah, he's a great talent.
He is where he is for a reason.
Yeah, man, he's excellent talent, man, and he could wrestle, like you said, anybody and have a terrific match.
Exactly.
So 2 more questions, and then we'll wrap this up. 2024, could we see Vinny Pacifico in the New Japan Pro Wrestling Super Juniors?
I would love that, and never say never. I'm working harder than I've had in my life right now. I have a lot of really, really good things lined up for next year, and the end of this year too. Obviously, I believe sky is the limit. I'm ready for everything. I'm ready for anything. I'm ready for any phone call at the top of a hat. So, never say never.
All right, man. And what are some of your dream matches with talent from Japan? I'm thinking you against like Atsuki Ayagi from All Japan Pro Wrestling will be an absolutely tremendous match.
You did text me that. You did say that to me, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely Mao is someone.
Oh, yes, of course. Mao would be a great opponent for you.
He's killing it. There's a few more. Definitely Taka Michinoku, somebody who I like to step in the ring with.
Okay.
He's still doing his stuff.
Yeah. Phenomenal. He's doing it for JTO and New Japan Pro Wrestling, so he's doing it all. So also Yuki Ueno would be a great opponent from DDT Pro Wrestling.
DDT is somewhere I feel like I would do really well in. You said the same thing to me the other day, and there's just so many good Japan talent and so much good places in Japan to work. You know what I mean? I feel like every place in Japan has their own vibe, if you know what I'm saying. Would you agree?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I think the G Fuel gimmick would get over really well in DDT Pro Wrestling.
You think so?
I think it would get over really well there. So
it's different.
Hopefully one day we'll see you there, man.
Oh, thank you so much, Lewis. Appreciate that. Listen. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm
saying this. I am open to all opportunities. I am ready for whatever is needed of me, and I'm excited for the future. I feel at this point nothing's off the table. I'm working as hard as I ever have, and I love this more than anything. So I'm ready for everything.
Well, man, thank you so much for joining me today. I wish you nothing but the best of luck when you head to Japan and make your debut. I know you're going to be a huge success, and it's going to be the first of many, many trips in Japan for you. I can feel it, man. I can feel it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
You're welcome, man. I wish you nothing but continued success in the future.
You too. Happy holidays, okay? Thank you for
Same to you. Take care, man. Bye-bye. All right, so that was Vinny Pacifico. Wow, so he's making his debut in Japan. Very happy that he was able to join me today. I know he's very busy today, took time out of his busy schedule to come on for a bit and talk about his upcoming debut in Japan. So, Vinny, thank you so much. Again, good luck, buddy. Good luck in Japan. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about now. We got a lot of news to go over. First and foremost, let me pull up Let me pull up the right screens here. First and foremost, let's talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling. The New Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag League 2023 is over, and we have winners. It's Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi have won. The IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Hiroki Goto, Yoshihashi, making history and winning the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag League 2023 tournament. I got the up here. So when I say they make history, they are the first IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions to ever win the tournament, and they've won the tournament 3 years in a row. No one's ever done that. Three-peat for Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi. They defeated the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight champions El Phantasmo and Hikuleo in a match that went over 40 minutes. That was just absolutely freaking phenomenal. Absolutely loved the match. I gotta say, I did spoil it for myself because the show started at 1 a.m. my time. I'm in Windsor, Ontario. I woke up about 4 thinking that the show was over. So I went on to New Japan Pro Wrestling World, and it's working, by the way. They got their act together, so I'm able to enjoy some New Japan Pro Wrestling live events. So I clicked on New Japan Pro. I clicked on the show thinking it was already over, but when I clicked on it, I kind of spoiled it for myself because Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto were in the middle of the ring with their arms raised. I was like, oh man, I just spoiled it. I just spoiled it for myself, but it's okay. They deserve it. They're a great team. And when the PWI top tag team, I think it's top 100 tag teams come out in 2024, Hiroki Goto, Yoshihashi, they were number 4 in 2023. They should be number 1. They should be number 1 this year, without a doubt. They are an absolutely amazing tag team. 3rd year in a row that they won this tournament. And when the tournament was over, it was actually a rubber match with El Phantasmo and Hikuleo. So they're going to have one more. Actually, I don't know if it hasn't been made official, but Yoshihashi, Hiroki Goto challenged El Phantasmo and Hikuleo to a unification match at Wrestle Kingdom 18. So I'm sure that match is going to be made official soon. But that should be another great match. But they had an absolute El Phantasmo they were just killing him at the end, man. They were just killing El Phantasmo at the end. And man, what a match. What a match. But yeah, they won. Goto and Yoshihashi, my goodness, they're such a great tag team. I can't say that enough. That they're just an absolutely phenomenal tag team. Let me get the right screen up here. Yeah, so if they go to Wrestle Kingdom 18, I don't see them losing again to Phantasmo and Hikuleo. I see them unifying the titles. And Goto and Yoshihashi, I think they're going to be tag team champions for quite some time. I don't see anybody coming in and defeating them. I can't say it enough, man. They're such an amazing tag team. They're such an amazing tag team. But let's go over the full results for the World Tag League. I can read the results here. If you haven't seen it, the time for you to hold your ear. Oh, I can take these out. Interview is over, Lewis. I don't need these anymore. I could take those out. Don't need them anymore. I always forget when the interview. I have them in for the interview. When the interview is over, I need to take them out right away. Not that it matters, but it's more comfortable without them in. But if anyone's watching right now, if you don't subscribe to BodySlamNet's YouTube channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. There's a lot of content for everybody. There's SmackDown content, AEW content, there's NXT content, there's Ring of Honor content, and of course, there's content for people who are fans of pro wrestling from Japan. You can watch me. That's what I do here. But BodySlamNet YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. And also, please head on over to BodySlam.net website. It's your go-to source for results, news, and opinions. And also slamchats.com. Head on over there. And if you want to support any of your favorite podcasts, you can do that at slamchats.com. So the results are in for let's get this in the right spot here. The website jumps around. So here are the results. So I don't know if I want to read all the results. We'll go over some here. We had, well, actually, Tetsuya Naito made his return. He teamed with Shingo Takagi, Yota Tsuji, and Zen Dokan Jr., and Bushi, and they defeated Sanada, Taichi, Yuya Uemura, Duki, and Taka Michinoku. But Yuya Uemura back. He's doing great. I love Yuya Uemura. And I'm a big fan of Yuya Uemura. Wasn't that much of a fan of him in Impact Wrestling. I'll admit that. But he's come back to New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he's just absolutely lighting it up right now. Great talent. New Japan Pro Wrestling, they have 4 guys that are really going to take them. It's going to carry the company for the next 20 years, in my opinion. Shota Umino, Ren Narita, Yuya Uemura, and Yota Tsuji, 4 great talents. But so Tetsuya Naito returned, teamed with his LIG teammates, and Sandokan Jr. officially joins LIJ. They did the whole fist thing, and Sandokan Jr. joined them. So it looks like Sandokan Jr. is now a member of LIJ. Also, Kazuchika Okada and Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated Bishop Khan and Toa Leona after Okada's Rainmaker against Leona. And that's all. Well, actually, one more result I'm gonna, which I'll mention. Evil Yujiro Takahashi, because I want to talk about the end of this match. And Yoshinobu Kanemaru defeated Keito Kiyomiya, Pro Wrestling Noah's Keito Kiyomiya, Roihei Oiwa, and Tomoaki Hanma. But after the match, the House of Torture attacked Keito Kiyomiya. No, they attacked Oiwa. They attacked both, actually. They attacked Kiyomiya and Oiwa. They were laying a beat down on them, and Shota Umino came out and kind of cleaned house, and Keito Kiyomiya helped them. So, I don't know. Maybe we're going to see Shota Umino, Keito Kiyomiya, and Roihei Oiwa teaming up against, I don't know, maybe Evil Yujiro Takahashi, or Evil Show and Ren Narita. Ren Narita joining House of Torture earlier last week, turned his back on Shota Umino, attacked him, choked him out, and became an official member of House of Torture. Shota Umino, of course, wanted to get his hands on Ren Narita. So I don't want to go over all that. It'd take too long to read all the results there. So I'm not going to go over all the results, just in case people haven't seen it. That they could go back and I'm not giving out all the results and like, oh, that Lewis Carlin, he gave out all the results. Like, he gave out all the results again. So I don't want to do that. But we have some Stardom news, actually. Stardom. Let's pull this up here. Megan Bayne has challenged. Let's go here. Megan Bayne has challenged Julia for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong women's title, and it happened at Stardom. Stardom held its year-end tour 2023. Stardom in Osaka 2023. Osaka final at the Osaka Edion Arena. This was on December 9th, and Megan Bayne actually confronted Julia and challenged her for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Championship. And this match is going to take place on December 29th. Come on, scroll up. This website jumps around too much, man. Megan Bayne confronted Julia, as I said. The match is going to take place on December 29th at Stardom's Dream Queendom event in Tokyo. Now, the two of them actually had a match on November 26th. It was a non-title match, and it went to 15-minute time limit draw. So Megan Bayne actually, she won her match on December 9th, and then afterwards, after Julia's match, Megan Bayne came into the ring and challenged Julia. Julia accepted, and as I said, the match will take place on December 29th at Stardom's Dream Queendom event in Tokyo. So Julia defending the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Championship against Megan Bayne on December 29th. Should be an absolute terrific match. And I spoke about the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag League. There was another tag league that had its conclusion earlier last week, and that was the All Japan Pro Wrestling Real World Tag League 2023. And the winners of that, the Real World Tag League. Yeah, New Japan Pro Wrestling has the World Tag League, but All Japan Pro Wrestling has the Real World Tag League. So Katsuhiko Nakajima and Hokuto Omori were victorious. They defeated. It came down to two teams during the course of the show. It was on December 6th, I believe it was. Was it December 6th? December 6th, yeah, Corkin Hall. So throughout the course of the show, there were four teams that were remaining, but two of the teams, Jun and Rei Saito and Ren Ayabe and Tsuji Ishikawa, both lost their matches, which eliminated them. So it came down to two teams, and it was in the main event. It was Nakajima and Omori facing Kento Miyahara and Yuma Ayagi, with the winner of that going on to win the tournament and earning the opportunity to challenge Jun and Rei Saito for the All Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag Team Championship. But it was Nakajima and Omori who defeated Miyahara and Ayagi in an absolutely splendid match. Omori got the victory. He pinned Ayagi. So Nakajima and Omori finishes with 12 points. Miyahara and Ayagi finish with 9. And Nakajima and Omori will go on to face Jun and Rei Saito in a match that has been made official. Let me see if I could. Did I bring it up? Yeah. So it's made official. I want to bring it up here. The match has been made official, I believe, for January 24th, if I'm not mistaken. What day do we have? Oh, January 14th. So they held a press conference for it, I think on December 7th. So January 14th, Jun and Rei Saito will be defending the All Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag Team Championship against Katsuhiko Nakajima and Hokuto Omori. Now, Nakajima and Omori hold a victory over Jun and Rei Saito as they defeated them on November 23rd in a Real World Tag League tournament match. But it's going to be tough for Nakajima. Nakajima's going to defend his Triple Crown title on December 31st against Kento Miyahara. And then if he gets by, there's going to be another title match for him on January 3rd with a mystery opponent that hasn't been named yet. So it's going to be could be a tough 2 weeks for Katsuhiko Nakajima. But January 14th, I believe it's at Corkin Hall again. Where are they? It's the New Year Giant Series. That's the show, New Year Giant Series 2024. I don't have the venue here. I'm sorry. I think I was reading that it was Corkin Hall, but I could be mistaken on that. But nonetheless, the match takes place on January 14th. So realistically, Katsuhiko Nakajima could be following in the footsteps of Yuma Yagi if he successfully defends the title, the Triple Crown title twice. On December 31st, and then January 3rd. And then they defeat Jun and Rei Saito on January 14th. Nakajima is going to have the Triple Crown title and the All Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag Team titles around his waist. Yuma Yagi had that. He was tag team champion with Kento Miyahara, also the Triple Crown champion. He doesn't hold either belt right now. But Nakajima, I thought Nakajima was going to be gone after December 31st. I thought he was going to be a short run in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But it looks like he's staying around a little longer. And I have no issue with that. I got no issue with that at all. Katsuhiko Nakajima wants to stick around with All Japan Pro Wrestling for a little bit longer. I have no issue with that at all. I hope he stays around for quite some time. All Japan Pro Wrestling is absolutely lighting it on fire right now. Do not sleep on All Japan Pro Wrestling. They have a youth movement right now that is just absolutely fantastic. You have guys like Yuma Yagi. You have Ryuki Honda. You have Atsuki Ayagi, who's like 24 years old. Even Yuma Ayagi is 26. You have Rising Hayato, who's young. You have a couple of other guys, and Jun and Rei Saito are really becoming one of the best tag teams in Japan right now. They're just absolutely lighting it up right now. All Japan Pro Wrestling. I think they defended the All Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag Team titles 4 or 5 times already. They're also the GLEAT G Infinity title champions as well. They defended that title at least 7 or 8 times. And their matches are just getting better and better and better. So Jun and Rei Saito, they're really coming into their own. And of course, well, how come I didn't mention Nakajima's tag team partner, Hokuto Omori, another young, terrific talent. So they're, and in addition to that, they have, the ace, Kento Miyahara, Tsuji Ishikawa, They have other top stars, Suwama. If they were to bring Cyrus the Destroyer, and Cyrus the Destroyer, he's just getting more and more popular with the All Japan Pro Wrestling crowd. I'm surprised he's not signed to a full-time deal yet with All Japan Pro Wrestling. He just keeps getting more popular. He just keeps getting more popular and popular and popular. I expect to see him in a regular in All Japan Pro Wrestling as well. Him and Ryan Davison had they didn't win. They finished with 8 points in the All Japan Real World Tag League, but they had a decent run, and I hope to see Cyrus. I hope to see both that, but Cyrus is really starting to his popularity is really starting to pick up in Japan. But All Japan Pro Wrestling is just I think they outdrew Noah the last two shows. Granted, it was the All Japan Pro Wrestling Real World Tag League final night, so that they drew about, I think, 1,600 fans at the Korakuen Hall, which is fantastic. It was a packed house. Even Katsuhiko Nakajima, is praising the young talents. Let me pull that one up here. Katsuhiko Nakajima. There we go. So Nakajima, he's praising the young talent as well in All Japan Pro Wrestling. He not only praised it, but he's telling All Japan Pro Wrestling not to waste it. So he posted on Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter. He said, strongest after their victory in the Real World Tag League, his strongest tag team winner, Hokuto Omori, did his best. The young members of All Japan Pro Wrestling are amazing. All Japan Pro Wrestling, don't waste it. This is coming from Katsuhiko Nakajima, and I agree with Katsuhiko Nakajima 110%. The young talent in All Japan Pro Wrestling is amazing. All Japan Pro Wrestling, don't waste it. They have, like I mentioned, Yuma Anzai is a future Triple Crown champion. Hokuto Omori, also a future Triple Crown champion. They have a lot of Atsugi Ayagi has held the All Japan Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Championship multiple times. They have quite an amazing young roster, and they're just going to get better and better and better. Don't sleep on All Japan Pro Wrestling. Okay, so last week I mentioned Pro Wrestling Noah's Masa Kitamiya challenged Tomohiro Ishii for a match at the January 2nd Noah the New Year 2024 event, and that challenge has been accepted by Tomohiro Ishii. So this huge New Japan Pro Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Noah inter-promotional match is set. It hasn't been made official, but it's going to be made but it's official, right? It hasn't been made official, but it's official. So it was Masa Kitamiya actually called out Tomohiro Ishii on December 2nd, and on December 7th, Tomohiro Ishii answered that challenge. He accepted the challenge. Let me see. Okay. Tomohiro Ishii has accepted Masa Kitamiya's challenge. My voice is going. I got a little bit of a sore throat. Sorry about that, guys. Masa Kitamiya's challenge for a singles match. Pro Wrestling Noah says stay tuned for the official match announcement, which hasn't been made as of this podcast. But as I said, it's not official, but it's official. So Masa Kitamiya and Tomohiro Ishii were on opposite sides of two tag team matches in 2023 in which the two clashed with each other. This is going to be the first singles match between the two stars. Let me try some water. I tried some tea, but it's not working. And again, everyone that's watching right now, thank you so much for joining me here on the Triple Crown Puroresu Podcast, brought to you by BodySlam.net. If you don't subscribe to BodySlam.net's YouTube channel, head on over there, hit that subscribe button. Lots of great content. I almost said lots of great talent. There's lots of great talent on the podcast, BodySlam Podcast Network. A lot of great podcast talent on there. There's a lot of great content as well, interviews as well. I have an interview coming up with Ninja Mac coming up this week. So that should be up on the channel later this week as well. I'm looking forward to that. But head on over to BodySlamNet's YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. BodySlamNet's website. Head on over there. Your go-to source for professional wrestling news and MMA news as well. Professional wrestling and MMA news, editorials, and results. Head on over there to BodySlam.net. And don't forget about Slam Chats. Head on over to Slam Chats and support your favorite podcast host. Your favorite podcast. No, I'm just kidding. We're all great. We're all great on the channel. I'm the best. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not the best. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Everybody is fantastic. In all seriousness, everybody is lighting it up on the BodySlam.net YouTube channel. So do head on over there and check it out. We have a big debut coming for DDT Pro Wrestling. Big indie star making his debut. Brian Keith. Brian Keith is set to make his DDT Pro Wrestling debut in January. The Bounty Hunter, Brian Keith, is all set to make his debut. It was announced by the promotion on December 2nd. Did I touch upon this last week? I might have touched upon it last week, but the matches have been set. So Brian Keith has been confirmed. I might not have touched upon it last week, but he's going to be on the January 20th, 21st, and 28th DDT Pro event. So he's actually getting a title match. Actually, as soon as they announced that he was making his debut for a DDT Pro, Mao, the current DDT Universal Champion. The current DDT Universal Champion offered Brian Keith a shot at his title. Brian Keith accepted immediately. This all took place, Mao, after a show on, I think, a December 2nd show, he made the offer. Was it a December 2nd show? I think it was the December 2nd show. He made the offer, and then Brian Keith responded to a post on X accepting the challenge. And the match has been made official. It's not just official, soon to be official. It's official. So Mao will be defending the DDT Universal title against Brian Keith on January 21st at DDT Pro Sweet Dreams 2024 Tour in Shinagawa. Mao's going to defend the title against Brian Keith. I know Brian Keith is very excited about that. But it's not his debut for DDT Pro. That happens on a day before, on the 20th. It'll be a 6-man match where he is going to be teaming. Brian Keith will be teaming with Soma Takayo and Shota as they face Mao, Toi Kojima, and Shunma Katsumata, who is returned recently from injury. So that's his debut. And he's got one other match on January 28th at Corkin Hall. That match has not been announced yet. So Brian Keith getting a shot at Mao and the DDT Universal title. They actually met once before. I think it was for West Pro Wrestling. Brian Keith was victorious in that match, but now he's got an opportunity to win championship gold in DDT Pro Wrestling on January 21st. So good luck to Brian Keith. And I can't believe I forgot to talk about this one. I talked about the All Japan Pro Wrestling Real World Tag League, but I didn't talk about the Junior Battle of Glory winner. And there's a Junior Battle of Glory, and he's another young, talented wrestler. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Since I'm on DDT Pro, one more match has been made official. Kansuke Takeshita is getting the match that he wants against Naruki Doi. That match is going to be on January 28th. So Takeshita versus Naruki Doi. Takeshita was on a flight back to AEW, thinking about after losing to Chris Jericho at Ultimate Party 2023. He posted on X that he was on a flight back to the States, and he was thinking who he would like to face next in DDT Pro Wrestling. And Naruki Doi is his pick. Naruki Doi, terrific talent. So January 28th, DDT Pro Wrestling event, Kansuke Takeshita versus Naruki Doi. Okay, so speaking of Naruki Doi, he was actually, let's switch gears because Naruki Doi has something to do with the one I'm going to talk about next. And it's the All Japan Pro Wrestling Junior Battle of Glory tournament actually took place at the same time as the All Japan Pro Wrestling Real World League, Real World Tag League tournament. So Dan Nomura is the winner of the All Japan Pro Wrestling Junior Battle of Glory. It came down to two wrestlers, Tamura and Naruki Doi. Both had 8 points on December 6th. Dan Tamura defeated Doi to win the coveted Junior Battle of Glory Championship trophy. And he now earns a shot at the All Japan Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion, Gleitz L. Lindemann, and that match is scheduled to take place on December 31st. So December 31st, L. Lindemann will be defending the All Japan Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Championship against the Junior Battle of Glory tournament winner, Dan Tamura. Dan Tamura, another young talent who is just absolutely lighting it up right now for All Japan Pro Wrestling. And I fully expect him to win the title. It's going to be at hashtag All Japan Pro Wrestling Mania X 2023 on December 31st, New Year's Eve. Can't wait for that show. Nakajima defending the Triple Crown title against Kento Miyahara on that show. So that's going to be absolutely an insane singles match. But congratulations, Dan Tamura. And I should have talked about this when I was talking about the junior. I'm sorry, when I was talking about the Real World Tag League. But I dropped the ball on that one. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. So another thing, on to Pro Wrestling Noah. Pro Wrestling Noah's Alejandro. Pro Wrestling Noah's Alejandro appeared at a Dragon Gate event on December 5th, and he challenged the tag champions. He challenged the one second, I'm losing it. He challenged the Open the Twin Gate champions, Yuki Yoshioka and Dragon Dia. So he challenged them to a title match, and he said that his opponent. His partner was going to be Kaito Kiyomiya. So what happened was Yoshioka actually called out Kaito Kiyomiya. Alejandro came out. Yoshioka was like, I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in Kaito Kiyomiya. And Alejandro was like, well, I'm interested in you. And I was sent here by Kaito Kiyomiya. And we want to challenge you to a title match for the Open the Twin Gate Open the Twin Gate Championship. So it has been made official. So Yuki Yoshioka, Dragon Dia will defend their titles against Kaito Kiyomiya and Alejandro on December 24th at the Dragon Gate, the Final Gate 2023 event. I'm surprised it's not Ryoya Oiwa. I'm wondering why. Maybe Oiwa's not allowed to wrestle for Dragon Gate. Maybe he's on excursion with Noah, so he can't wrestle for another promotion. It has to be Noah. I'm thinking that's the reason. I think I was reading Oiwa actually. He tweeted out that he's not going to participate because he's busy. But I'm thinking that because he's on excursion with Noah right now, that he can't participate with another promotion without the permission of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Maybe he didn't get the permission, but I'm surprised it's Kiyomiya and Alejandro. Nonetheless, it's going to be a great match. So December 24th, Kaito Kiyomiya, Alejandro getting a shot at Yoshioka and Dragon Dia, but Alejandro will probably take the pin loss for the team. I don't see them winning the belts. I don't see them winning the belts at all. Pro Wrestling Noah, man. Let's talk a little bit about Pro Wrestling Noah. They did something very smart, man. They decided they wanted to try to take some viewers away from New Japan Pro Wrestling. New Japan Pro Wrestling in the World Tag League 2023 finals, which was on at 1:00 in the morning here in Windsor. So they decided that we're going to counter that. We're going to counter that show. And we're going to put a Sunny Voyage 2023. And they had a show also on December 10th. And also at 1:00 in the morning it began. So they decided to put that show on YouTube for free. So they put that show on YouTube for free, trying to, you could watch it here. You could pay to watch the New Japan Pro World. You can watch the World Tag League on New Japan World. Pay a fee, or you can watch our show for free on YouTube. So they were clearly trying to compete with New Japan Pro Wrestling, clearly trying to get some viewers. And last I looked, I think they had 38,000 viewers had watched the free live event. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna give it a watch, but smart move. I guess you guys. I don't know how successful they were in pulling viewers from the World Tag League final, because that's a huge show. There was over almost 3,000 people in attendance there. I don't know how many, but like I said, last I looked, there was almost 38,000 views on YouTube, and I'll watch it later. I know Keno was on there. He was very, very vocal about a number of things. And one thing he's been very vocal about, and I'm going to wrap it up with this. Well, one thing that he's been very vocal about, Keno, and also Manabu Soya, is the main event controversy for the upcoming Noah's biggest show of the year, Noah the New Year 2024. The main event's going to be Naomichi Marufuji against Kota Ibushi. So that's the main event. That was named the main event. And Keno was very vocal. I talked about it briefly last week. Was vocal about it, how he thinks it's wrong. Manabu Soya, thinks it's he's confusing. If I don't remember him word for word, but he long line that was confusing or disappointing that his match with Keno was not the main event, and he called on Keno for him and Keno to have a match that's much better than Kota Ibushi and Marufuji. And I gotta say, I'm gonna put my 2 cents in on this one, and I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna say I agree with Keno and I agree with Manabu Soya. The main event of the January 2nd Noah the New Year 2024 event should be, without a doubt, Keno defending the GHC Heavyweight Championship against Manabu Soya. Naomichi Marufuji, Kota Ibushi, who's not even a Pro Wrestling Noah talent, he's signed with AEW. Probably just going to make one appearance, and we won't see him in Noah for quite some time. I'm not saying it's the last appearance, but we won't. He's not a Noah. He's not a Noah talent. But the GHC Heavyweight Championship is bigger than Naomichi Marufuji and Kota Ibushi. I'm sorry, it is. The main event should, without a doubt, be Keno defending that title against Manabu Soya. That match is going to absolutely light it up. I cannot wait for that one. I cannot wait for that match. Nothing's bigger than if the promotion wants to really make its title prestigious, to make it one of the top titles in the world, it's got to be in the main event. And for them to say, Naomichi Marufuji and Kota Ibushi is bigger than our title, that's a mistake. Actually, the director, how do I pronounce his name right here? Nahiro Takeda actually released a statement. He's not on Twitter, but he makes blog entries, and he made a blog entry about it, and he explained why he made the Cyber Fight director. Did I say Pro Wrestling Noah? The Cyber Fight director, the Nahiro Takeda, explained his decision in making Ibushi and Marufuji the main event, and he said that he decided to make the main event of the Arake. The January 2nd match, the main event at January 2nd match between Marufuji and Ibushi. He said on a talk show, Marufuji said, let me start over because I think I jumped ahead of myself. This is so he said, I decided to make the main event of January 2nd a match between Marufuji and Ibushi. On a talk show, Marufuji said that he would retire in 5 years. I would like to organize as many historic bouts as possible for Marufuji. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But it's not the main event. And he made a point of saying that he emphasized that it was not the intention of Kota Ibushi or Marufuji that their match be made the main event for Noah the New Year 2024, but that decision rests solely with him. That's a mistake. In my opinion. I don't think it should be. Yes, you want to make some historic matches. That's fine, but they're not main event matches on the biggest show of the year. The main event and the biggest show of the year for Pro Wrestling Noah, for your promotion, should involve the GHC Heavyweight Championship. And on that note, I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me today, guys. It's been a pleasure here speaking with you. Thank you again to Vinny Pacifico. Good luck in Japan. And until next time, guys, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Subscribe to the BodySlam.net YouTube channel. Head on over to BodySlam.net for all your professional wrestling news, opinions, and results. Go to Slam Chats, support your favorite podcast host here at BodySlam.net. And on that note, I say thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay safe, everyone. See you next week. Bye-bye.